Rita, even though Donald Trump has had 2 assassination attempts against him, the Democrats don't get it. Have a listen to this obscenity.
Then he just wouldn't go. He was like a bug. He just kept being there. He was like a bug right there. So you felt...
Oh, hilarious. And then he got to Biden. Yeah.
Biden slamming his hand down, squashing the bug of Trump.
2 assassination attempts in as many months. And they have not... that's nothing compared to some of the rhetoric we have heard from the Democrats, from their propaganda arm in mainstream media, where they just continue to call Trump a threat to democracy, a threat to the republic.
Well, listen to this one. Have a listen to this one, Rita.
This is the US Secretary of Commerce.
It's just another lie. Like, how did we get here? Let's extinguish him for good. We have an answer. We have a remarkably talented candidate who is sincere, who's pragmatic, who's open. Let's just get it done.
Extinguish him for good. That's what she said. Never mind the lies afterwards about what a talented candidate Harris is. Give me a break. The woman is completely out of her depth, which was apparent again this week because she did another interview. This is the first one she did without any sort of a chaperone there. This was with MSNBC.
Holistic. This was the holistic. One. Everything was holistic.
And she picked one of the biggest leftist activists in the US media, and that's saying something, one of the real mad banshees of MSNBC, who was on record saying that she shouldn't have to answer questions, Kamala Harris. Yeah. If she doesn't want to, she shouldn't have to, because what are you going to do, vote for Trump? That's impossible. So why should she even bother to do interviews? She was the one who was handpicked, and yet, despite the help she tried to give Harris, she floundered. It was a car crash in parts.
Even the New York Times said Harris can't do interviews.
She just repeats the same talking points, being from a middle-class family, talking about dreams, aspirations, and it's just so
ambitions. You left out ambitions.
And ambitions.
They're different to aspirations and dreams.
Just vacuous, surface-level platitudes, no depth, no ability to answer the most simple, obvious questions.
Well, if we had Kamala Harris here, the first question would obviously be, why have you let nearly 500,000 convicted criminals, including 13,000 convicted murderers, murderers basically, convicted of homicide into the United States, yet have listened to Donald Trump on the issue?
Director of Immigration and Customs Enforcement confirms that more than 13,000 illegal immigrants convicted of murder have been caught at the border and then released into the United States.
It's a crime, what she did. It's got to be criminal. There's no greater act of disloyalty than to extinguish the sovereignty of your own nation, and that's what she's done. She's ruined our nation. She's ruined our nation.
I mean, Trump's not pulling any punches now, Rita. He's accusing Biden and Harris of destroying American sovereignty, I mean, which they have. They've let nearly 500,000 convicted criminals into the nation. What do you make?
More than 425,000, you said. 13,000 convicted of homicide.
Murderers.
Even a bigger number convicted of things like rape, serious sexual assault, released into the country, just free, roaming, doing God knows what. I mean, to me, this is tantamount to treason. This is treason against your people. As leaders of a country, your number one priority should be the protection of your population, of your citizens, and they have completely failed in that respect. In fact, they've gone out of their way to facilitate this lawlessness, having pull factors where people are encouraged to come and cross that border illegally. And it's not an accident that in every year of the Biden-Harris administration, they have broken the record for illegal crossings. It is absolutely out of control, and it has changed certain American cities. change perhaps forever. Trump is saying that he's going to do these mass deportations, but that is going to be very difficult to achieve. I'm not saying he's not going to try, but it was also interesting this week we saw some polling showing the percentage of Americans now who support that border wall has skyrocketed.
Absolutely.
And Kamala Harris is now visiting the border and pretending to care about this issue when in the past she's called these immigration officials, compared them to KKK. She has said that illegal immigration isn't a crime, that illegal immigrants should have free health care. The ones who get put in jail should have access to taxpayer-funded gender reassignment surgery. I mean, her record in this area is abysmal. And now she's pretending to be Donald Trump in a skirt on the border.
It's obscene. She's wandering around saying that she's going to close the border or look after the border, etc. I don't believe the American people can be as stupid as the polls are telling us. I believe Donald Trump is going to win this thing and win big, because I think the last couple of weeks we have just seen lie after lie. I don't think the American people are buying this. We've seen more and more kids coming out in favour of Trump. We've seen more and more blacks, Hispanics, all the different demographics which traditionally have supported the Democrats are just going, no.
But there is a problem.
Because Trump is a cultural figure now. We saw all the eating cats songs and all the rest of it. But that's funny. But it also shows that the question of the border, how they have so completely trashed small towns across America have got inundated with these immigrants who are taking, who are wandering around with thousands of dollars they've been given, while poor people are suffering with not having enough to eat and not having enough money just to pay the groceries. America is going to rebel against this, and I think we're going to see a much bigger swing to Trump than any of the polls are predicting. That's my assessment.
The media campaign here, I have never seen anything like it, and I don't think I ever will again in my life. The way the media has just gone into campaign mode in unison, trying to memory hold the last 3.5 years, because even the left-wing media has been damning of Kamala Harris's performance as VP. She's been variously described as, Biden's greatest mistake and just being ineffective, being inept. They've just completely memory hold that. It's now she's this visionary leader.
Some people are stupid, some people are stupid, but not everybody.
Rowan is positive about her
in
so many media outlets. I'm talking CNN, MSNBC, ABC. There's a lot of media outlets, and I know their power isn't what it used to be, but they still have power. And there's a lot of people who are not that politically engaged who might see on one hand, threat to democracy. On the other hand,
well, let's have a listen to this. This is a bit of a vox pop. This is blacks for Trump, speaking up for Trump, which is an unusual demographic. Have a listen.
I think most black people are trying to look for something different, and a lot of us are waking up, especially black men, and we're waking up to what the Democrat Party has been doing to us for so many years.
You can see what Biden is doing right now, making promises, but in reality, nothing is changing. We've been hearing hope and change for a long time now, and there hasn't been a real hope and change at the ground level.
President Trump is the only person that can get the job done.
Hear, hear. He's the only person who'll get the job done, and he will get the job done.